This week's guest recently saw me naked for the first time. All that and more on this week's episode of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Hey bankable bitches, welcome to another episode of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Now it's not often that we have boys here on the show, but we're doing that a lot this season because, boys date boys too. They can be crazy ex-girlfriends. And I've got one that's super crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Scooby.
What's up, guys?
What's up, DJ Scooby?
How are you?
I'm well. Oh, first of all, you just got real butch, Randy. You just got real butch. I'm sorry. No, it's like your professional voice, because we like
my politician voice.
Like when you have to give a speech in front of a lot of people.
My fellow Americans.
It was super sexy. It was sincere. I felt it. Tell the people who you are, Randy.
I'm DJ Scooby, also known as Randy. I'm the entertainment director at Hamburger Mary's. I also host karaoke every Friday and Saturday.
I love that.
I know, right?
Karaoke was the best karaoke for how many years in Kansas City?
5 years in a row.
Yeah, 5 years in a row. Voted by mostly employees, but no, I'm kidding. No,
it's true. And honestly, I have to give all the credit to Monique. So
it's a really fun time. So come down every Friday and Saturday to see DJ Scooby. And I'm so excited.
I'm
so
actually excited too.
I've
I've watched this forever, and I've never been on. So
he's a good boy. He's from rural Missouri.
True story.
Grew up in the church.
True story.
But
then I met
we
you.
all have That's only a little bit true. Didn't you go to UCM though?
Do what?
Didn't you go to CMSU, UCM?
Mizzou.
Oh, you went to Mizzou, that's right.
Yeah.
But you knew those people.
Yes,
you knew
I
those
hung
boys.
out.
Oh, because you're all from that same area.
Correct.
Yeah, so, girl.
My high school boyfriend went there.
Yeah,
so
girl, it
I
wasn't
know.
me that changed you. I know who you ran around with.
Hi, Josh. No.
So, Randy, you told me today that you discovered something.
Oh, God.
Tell us about that.
Well, I was unaware that you had another persona besides who I met long ago. I met Hunter Banks today. Well, I found out who Hunter Banks was. So I was very surprised. I didn't know. I was told at my house, we were watching Drag Race, and my friend Steven Slavin was like, "You don't know who this is? Hold on," and scrolled to it. And yes, it's actually really no different than the Snapchats I get from you. So
I'm right, except I got paid this time.
That's true. Look, a queen's got to make a dollar.
I'm an entrepreneur, honey. So I want to talk to you today about growing up in. Were you Raymore or Peculiar?
Raymore.
They're apparently different, but they share a high school, so that means you're the same, right?
It's
if
true.
you're not big enough to each have your own individual high school, you're the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Ray-Pec was so Raymore Peculiar.
Yes.
Where you grew up. Tell me about being a young, figuring yourself out, homosexual in that environment. It's literally not that far from Kansas City, but it really just seems like a completely different world. It's a different
For
vibe.
sure.
So talk to us a little bit about that.
It's way more conservative and a very, very Christian. And so my high school was filled with a lot of football-loving people. And when I came out, I actually came out because I was currently sleeping with someone who was already out in the high school. So, but no, it was really rough for probably my freshman through junior year of high school. A lot of being made fun of and just dealing with hate and all that stuff. So, but you know what? It's a completely different world now. So I'm really happy that times have changed, and I'm old. So when I was in high school, that was early 2000s. Things are way different.
Older than me, girl.
Yes.
So you've had a lot of years of being both gay and a Christian.
Yeah, for sure.
And tell us a bit about what that means to you.
Well, it was rough for a little while.
Right.
When I came out, the church that I did sing in, they asked me to not be in the choir anymore, which basically means get the hell out. And so I went through this time where I was like, I don't know, Jesus, I love you, but I'm going to put you on the back burner and then we'll talk later. So I went through that for a while through college. But then I actually discovered a church when I was in Columbia. A friend of mine said, go to this church, you'll love it. It's like the kind of music that we're used to,
right.
Like that good old gospel music. And I walked into the church not knowing that it was a Black Baptist church. And I kind of felt out of place, but it was all me. And then everyone was so nice and sweet, and they didn't care that I was gay, and they knew that I was, and then they were asking me to sing in the choir, and it was a whole like learning that God wasn't mad that he made me this way. He made me this way, so I needed to deal with it, and then that's how it kind of came full circle. And so now I love Jesus, and I suck dick too, so it's fine.
And sometimes at the same time.
You know, that's true.
Because, I mean, everyone's been on their knees once or twice, like, both sucking dick and praying that, God, I hope this is over, or, God, I can't remember his name, please help me out.
Please
Jesus.
don't give me anything, Lord Jesus. Because
I just met him today. Randy's going to be a politician, so we have to be very sensitive about what we're putting out into the world. But I do want to hear any fun, weird hookup experiences, which doesn't mean you need to be like sex, but just like you made out with a football player or some kind of weird like story like that.
When I was living with a friend of mine who we all know, Cody Cooper, hi Cody, way back early college, we had like two neighbors that lived across from us, and we were in the basement, and it was Cody and I and these two neighbors, and they had this Canadian friend who was super straight and super hot, and he played football in high school, and we would always hang out over there, and it was weird. There was this weird connection. He would bring girls over or whatever, but one night he got super drunk, and
always with the drunk.
Right, and I was going over to our apartment to bring over something, and he followed me to my apartment and picked me up. He was like 6 foot tall.
Ooh. And
slammed me against the door and just started making out with me in the middle of nowhere, and I was very confused but turned on by that.
Yeah.
So that was my
you
one
can be confused
moment.
and still have a boner. Like you can do both of those things.
Yes. And we fooled around a few more times, and then he decided that he wanted to be straight again. So
you know.
I know. I had my fun while it lasted, though.
Oh, right, and it's a good story.
Exactly. And he was uncut. That was my first uncut experience. Yes. So
Nice.
I know.
Yeah. I don't understand people who are afraid of a little foreskin. I mean, it's just something else to work with.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising at first, but then it's actually
See, that's nice. Why you just get on Grindr, because it asks you if you're cut or uncut. So
okay,
then
see,
you can just know and know how to prepare yourself.
See, now remember, I'm old, so back then, when I was a freshman in college, we
Gay.
didn't have that. It was gay.com. Yes, it was.
Girl, Manhunt, when Adam for Adam wasn't an app.
Oh,
Is that an app? It's an app still, right? I don't know if people use it. I think it's like Genoa has it or something.
Probably.
She's real old school.
Yeah.
She loves herself some Adam for Adam, bro.
Oh my God.
So Randy.
Yes.
I always have my guests give us a little hoe tip. Do you have any advice navigating any young people, like their relationship with Jesus through their homosexuality?
Yeah. Well, the first thing I would say is remember that Jesus never talked about homosexuality, so that's number one. And
he did talk about shellfish, though.
He loves everybody, and I just feel like everyone's relationship with God and Jesus are different, and we're not gonna have the same. Like, you're not gonna answer for me or stand in front of God for me in heaven, and I'm not for you, right? So what I would just tell people is just really hone in that just create that relationship. Talk to him whenever you want to about anything that you want to. He's always listening, and when you have that your own relationship with him, you'll feel more comfortable with yourself. And don't let anybody, and I mean anyone, tell you that Jesus doesn't love you, because that is absolutely false. We will all be in heaven, because who's going to decorate heaven if the gays aren't there? So,
girl, I'm just saying.
Right?
Thank you for being with us, Randy.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Tell them where they can find you on Instagram.
Randy J's World, Randy JS World, and I'm on Facebook. And yeah, come see me karaoke and.
Yes, and he doesn't have his picture because he's trying to be a politician, but he's also on Grindr, Growler, Scrub, Jacked. What's it? Hornet? Is that a thing? Like Bumble, Tinder.
Where's all these apps came from?
Didgeridoo, like I don't know. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is now an app for. Like
I'm the guy with the 6-packs. You know, it's whatever.
Okay, thanks for coming, Randy.
No, I'm just kidding.
Mwah. Thank you, my love.
I love you. Thank you.
I love you. My final thoughts for all you thoughts. Don't let anyone judge you. Love yourself. Love others. All that good stuff. Go down here and push subscribe to Mystical Dreams Productions. You can follow Mystical Dreams Productions on Instagram as well. You can follow me at House of Banks. And tune in next week for another episode of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.